You want to pull it up on here? YouTube.
I didn't want to put up on there because I got this program.
No problemo. Hello, people. How do you guys do there? Hello, people.
Yeah, make sure my
SJ.
they can see us, like right
Yeah,
now.
yeah, they can see us. See us like right now. AJ just told you. He said, "What's up, SJ?"
What's good?
So introduce
Y'all
yourself.
ready?
Introduce yourself. Who is this new person that we have here?
Well,
Who's this new
I'm
person
one
that we
of
have
the
here?
newest members on the team, and
Right.
we just here to assist everybody in getting the proper funding that they need, the proper education, and yeah. So call in. Call in
Give
so
us a
you can
call.
get you set up.
1-844 join JMA right now.
Let me pin this
Yours?
comment real quick. That's mine. Good.
Hey.
We got any questions coming in?
My paper's straight. I think you're the only one who don't have the video.
And then I just want to remind everybody that the promo code is Encore to get the credit to cash program for $500 or $499 as it's gonna pop up. Promo code Encore. Do you want more? Cook and roll with the Brooklyn boy.
Nice. Give us a call. 1-844 join JMA. Calling us from East London.
East London, top boy. I used to live in East London. That's why I said.
Really?
That's what they say.
I lived in Elephant and Castle, which is southeast London. He's from the ends.
Oh, nice. I wasn't.
He's from the ends. I loved it. He's from the ends, man.
It's like cold and cloudy out
You're a
there.
runsman. You're a runsman. Roadman.
He's a roadman.
He's a roadman.
Gotcha. So the topic is JMA creative financing. Can you
Yes.
kind of tell them about the business funding process?
So business funding basically is we walk you through the process of establishing a business credit profile so that you can get unsecured business funding up to $250,000. You can use this funding for, you can use this funding for growing a business, starting a business. You can use it to purchase real estate, either down payments on real estate or to purchase real estate cash, just depending on how good you are at finding deals or whatever your city and state is. From when we first ran the business credit funding program last week, the sale that we had for $500, since then, we've had 3 people get funded already. 3 people get funded already for over, or in the range of total, I think it's been around 150,000. And so we want to extend this all to you guys. We've been doing 17-hour days for the last 10 days to help y'all get this funding started. So you guys need to take advantage of it.
Right.
As you can see, I'm like tired. I don't even have my own energy anymore.
Again.
You know, so www.jmorrisonacademy.com/credit coaching. It's only $500. Use promo code Encore. When you go on the site, you're gonna see my beautiful face. You know what I'm saying? I'm kind of telling y'all what's going on. You know what I'm saying? They had to put me on the website instead of always having me in the back. Right. You feel me?
I think somebody has a question.
Somebody got a question. What's the question? How long does it take to get the funding? So it depends on your credit profile. Like if you meet our requirements are you have no less than a 680 credit score, that you have no late payments or collections, and have no more than 4 inquiries on your report. So if you fit that criteria, then you can get funded in as little as 10 days, as has happened for 3 people so far. So what I would say is just be 100. Just pull your credit report. Go to creditchecktotal.com, and we can see what's going on there.
Joseph, so it's actually $2,500 off. So it's not $3,000 right now. It's $500. So you can get into the program for $500 if you use the promo code Encore, ENCORE.
Yep, Encore. How do you want to say it? So SJ, tell us a little bit about what this type of funding could do for somebody who has a business.
Pretty much it takes their business to the next level. A lot of times people get opportunities, but then they don't have the capital in order to secure that opportunity. So this would allow you that leverage to when you do have that opportunity, that business opportunity to grow your business, that you're able to capitalize on it.
Yep. So if you gotta, I don't know, you gotta buy inventory,
Overhead.
Yeah, overhead. You got payroll, promotion, marketing,
Expansion.
You know, yeah, I mean expansion and scaling. Things like this could really help you grow your business. Somebody said if I'm already paying $199 a month for the Wealth Mastery course, and I purchased the 1-year mentorship coaching, which already includes the Wealth Mastery course, do I stop paying the $199 monthly for the course? Yes, you do. So someone basically just asked that if they're already in the Wealth Mastery course and they get one of the coaching programs, whether it's a 1 year or 3 month,
right,
which comes with the Wealth Mastery course for free, do they still have to keep paying? I said no. So what we would do is we would deactivate your paid account and open up a free, fully unlocked course for you. All right, what questions we got over there on the YouTube?
It says, what's the commission split ROI on your end? I don't know who that was for. Let's see. When will the real estate math course be released?
Real estate math course? I think you're making up a course that we don't have. only read the questions that are relevant. Like if it's like not a cool, but don't even read it. Like.
Okay. So we're here to help.
What's going on, IG? What's going on?
If you have any questions in regards to credit to cash and how the funding or capital, what it can do for you, how it can change your business and your life, please let us know.
Somebody says, how do I get started? You can first just go to jmorrisonacademy.com/credit coaching. Click on the video. Take a look at the video. It's about 4 minutes. It gives you just basic details and a rundown of the program. And then you can click the button that's directly below it. It's a purple button, pink or purple button, one of the two. And it says Get Funded. Click on that, and we get started. Make sure to use promo code ENCORE. And yeah. So I mean, I guess one of the things I'm not really sure how if you guys watched the live that Jay just did in Nashville. But one of the things that really stood out to me is that he was talking about how people want to invest, right? But like they don't know how to calculate a return. They don't know how to calculate an ROI.
Right.
And so I always say to people that, you know, a lot of us have these dreams and we want to do all these big things, but in order to do that, you actually have to position yourself to be able to do that. Right. You just having dreams and you just wanting to do something good does not make it happen. You know, like you have to learn what's needed so that you can actually do that in actuality. And so that's the reason why, you know, for those of you that are, I guess, really trying to be big time real estate moguls at some point in time in your life, then the Jay Morrison Academy would be a great place to start as far as getting the foundation knowledge for calculating ROIs, knowing how to analyze properties, generate leads, and all that good basic foundation stuff. Yeah, most definitely. Somebody says, can I get business credit without using personal credit to secure it? Yes, you can, but not in the beginning. So one thing that you guys just need to get out of your head, man, get out of your head, okay? There's no way that you're gonna get 100% business credit that's not personally guaranteed if you have no business, no previous existing business, or no previous credit. Like that would be like no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense.
Yeah.
So in the beginning, yeah, it's gonna be a personal guarantee. However, your EIN number, your DUNS number will share some of that credit history.
Exactly.
And over time, as you're responsible and you actually do build proper business credit, then you can get to a space where you can put, you know, where you can get credit lines 100% in your LLC and in your EIN, your DUNS number, etc. But that doesn't happen unless you start. You know, you have to start. And so that's what we do is, you know,
get you started on the right path. They want to know. They want to know your story. What has being with JMA done for you personally?
We can get. Hold on.
You gonna bring closer?
Yeah, bring closer. You can see it better. Okay, cool. So they said, where's the mouse for that? Hey, play a mouse on the
Is this it?
Yes.
Yeah, this is it.
All right. So up to $250,000 is your offer. What is your ROI? Basically, what is it going to cost us to go into business with you? Well, number one, I think you're phrasing that question all the way wrong. You're looking at it wrong. Stop thinking about what our ROI is. Stop thinking about what we're getting out of it.
Right.
You need to look at what you're getting out of it. And what you're getting out of it is that for $499, you're getting an entire team that's going to help you build a business credit profile. That's going to help you apply for up to $250,000 in loans. It's going to make sure that your credit profile is looking amazing.
Right.
It's going to hold your hand through the process and make sure it's done well. And you're getting that for $499.
Now, where else can you get that? Somebody tell me.
So, I mean, I know you can just go on Google and Google other business credit programs. You're going to pay $3,000. You're going to pay $4,000.
Yeah.
There's no like you got, and I want you guys to go and Google this because I know it doesn't exist. You're not going to find a business credit program or a business credit company in the entire country that's going to do it for you for $499 like we are. You're not. It just doesn't exist.
Yeah.
You know, so somebody says my credit score is a 514. Is that bad? That is terrible. That is a terrible credit score. I'm not saying that to knock you down. I'm saying that because as somebody who wants to see you succeed, I have to tell you the truth. I have to be honest with you. With a 514 credit score, you have a lot of work to do. But however, just because your credit is bad doesn't mean it has to be bad forever. There's no such thing as a dead credit score. You can always build it back, always. So you would just have to invest in some credit repair.
Right.
You probably got a lot of inquiries, late payments, collections, and
that can be rebuilt. So it's bad now, but it's still a chance for it to be revived. So, and that's what we help you do, which is not included, but we can help you get there. Valencia asks, what if you have an A+ rating for your business credit, but you don't have any revenue? Would I be able to get funded if my personal score qualifies?
So what I would ask you is that if you have no revenue, how do you get an A+ rating?
Right.
You get an A+ rating for doing good business. So if you have no revenue, you're probably not doing any business.
Right.
So it kind of like, I don't understand. I don't, who's giving you an A+ rating and you don't have any revenue? That board or whoever's giving out the ratings, they are lying. How does credit to cash help with startup or purchasing commercial property? Oh, great. So, for example, one of the people that joined the credit to cash program last week, they got funded. I'll say her first name. I won't say her last name just for disclosure purposes. Tiffany.
Okay.
All right. I can't even say.
I was just looking at you.
I'll say she got. Yeah, I'm not gonna put you out there. I'm not gonna put you on blast. All her friends gonna be talking about, hey, I heard you got some money now.
I'm giving you the side eye, like,
so,
okay.
I mean, if you get funded for $100,000, right?
Yeah.
So typically, when you're trying to get a conventional loan to purchase a real estate property, you need to put 20% down to get the mortgage to purchase the property.
Okay.
So if you got $100,000 in business credit funding, you can go put $100,000 down and buy a $500,000 building. You know, so that is a down payment on an apartment building. You know, you're renting out to tenants. Maybe you have a 10-unit building. You're renting that out. The rent from the tenants is paying not only your mortgage, but it's also paying back your business credit.
Right.
So you are not coming out of pocket.
For anything.
So yeah, so that's the strategy that we try to teach is that, you know, there's good debt and there's bad debt. Good debt is when you get into debt, you take loans so that you can buy assets that are going to generate income. Bad debt is that you took loans so that you can go shopping at the mall and get some Gucci or some Louis. You're buying something that's not going to generate any money. So that's the difference, is that a lot of people in our community or in our culture, or maybe it's even just young people, you guys get $10,000, $20,000, and the first thing you do is go and buy something that makes you look rich, but actually makes you poor.
Yeah, like a car.
Exactly. Cars, clothing. Let me see. There's a lot of things.
And the only reason why we're saying this is because we want to see you succeed. We don't want you to make these mistakes.
Definitely. We don't want to sugarcoat anything for you. Got to keep it 100% G. Valencia Harris says, I purchased from Quill and build my score. See, the thing about Quill is not going, building history with Quill is not going to be strong enough history for you to go get a $500,000 loan from somewhere. Because if people don't know, Quill is basically a business services company that, let's say you own like a janitorial business or whatever. Let's say you own like a janitorial business or something, right? You can order trash bags, broomsticks, mops from Quill, and they'll basically front it to you. They'll give it to you for free and then say, okay, pay us within the next 30 to 90 days.
Right.
So that type of credit line, that's not going to report good enough on your EIN or your DUNS number to now make a lender like Wells Fargo or Chase say, yeah, we're going to give you $500,000 because you were able to pay Quill back $70 for some trash bags.
Right.
You know, like it's, and so there's different levels of business credit, tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. And so that's what you're going to learn in detail about when you join the Credit to Cash program. Will's going to walk you through that entire process as soon as you get to our compliance status, which is 680 credit score.
Yep.
No more than 4 inquiries per report.
And
credit utilization. Okay. She learned. I'm gonna just be quiet. I'm gonna let her talk.
No, that was good.
No, because I want the people to know that you're just as knowledgeable.
Yes, credit utilization of no more than 30% or less, and I think that's it if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's it.
That's the criteria.
So let's get it on IG says how much is credit repairs? The credit repair cost. The credit repair cost has gone up, but it's still worth it. It's $675 for credit repair, and we will handle your credit.
Don't worry, I'm still saving my money.
Yeah, we don't tolerate people disrespecting the queens. So we about to block Ronnie B. All right, so.
It's a good start, but additional lines of credit makes sense. Thank you. You're more than welcome, Valencia. That's why we're here.
So somebody says, can you use your employee income showing income in your business? Typically, yes and no. So this is where you could get caught up, is because if you're an employee, right, that means you're getting a paycheck.
Right.
That means your employer, you're a W-2 wage earner. So they're going to file, like they're filing with the IRS that they're paying you as an employee. So if you're depositing that income into your business account and trying to like put it as income into your business, when you file 1099s for the business, the IRS is going to be like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, where's it coming from? Right. And they're going to know it came from this W-2 job that they have because they take taxes out of it before, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not really sure. I don't think that would be the best route. Will it work? I don't really know because I've never tried to do that, but I wouldn't try to finesse, that way.
So he says, how can I get a business loan to buy an apartment complex of 16 units? All
right, so it doesn't necessarily have to be a business loan. It's just a loan.
Right.
It's just a loan. So there's a number of ways you can do that. You can do that with getting your credit strong and getting a straightforward conventional mortgage from a bank. You can get a hard money loan. You can bring in partners, different investors. So there's a ton of ways to finance a property. You can use business credit. That's why we call it creative financing, because there's several different ways that you can use to use the money. What else we got? Who we got on IG? Somebody says, I'm signing on board first thing in the AM. Please give me a brief description of what I can expect. I am joining for wholesale coaching. Wonderful, wonderful. So what you're going to expect with the wholesale coaching is that you're going to get Jay Morrison and myself walking you through the process of finding deals, generating leads, contracting properties, and making large wholesale fees on residential and or commercial property. So we go straight into it. We dive right into it. No nonsense. Tyler says, "Greetings, King." You guys say, "Greetings, King and Queen."
Right. They can't see me. That's why. Hey guys.
All right. Yeah. Okay.
It's
Yeah,
fine.
that's true. There we go. That's a bit better. What questions that we got on here? Where can I reach you to build business credit? So you can go to jmorrisonacademy.com/credit coaching, and you will see everything that you need to see.
That is correct.
What exactly is a hard money loan? A hard money loan is just a high interest short-term loan that is used typically for real estate deals. But I mean, hard money loans can be used for other things as well, but typically a hard money loan is used for a real estate transaction.
Okay.
So, IG.
And then again, the number to call is 1-888-844.
Yep.
Join JMA.
There you go. 844 join J and Izzle. All right. And so I always tell people, I say, look, it's $500. For $500, we put you in a program and we show you how to get up to $250,000. You can't beat that.
No.
Even if you don't even get $250,000, let's say we're only able to get you 40 grand. You spent $500, you got 40 grand.
Right.
Even if we can't even get you 40 grand, we get you $25,000. You spent $500 and got 25 grand.
Right.
Like that is a hell of a return. That is a hell of a return.
And it's a hell of a discount too.
It is.
It's 80%, $2,500 off. Can't beat it.
And we're gonna put it back up to $3,000 like we should have. The only reason why Jay brought it back down to $400 is because I told him, Jay, we need to bring this thing down. He told me no like 30 times.
Yeah.
It took me 6 days of blowing up his phone, texting his phone, and saying, Jay, let's bring it back.
Because it's what the people want.
That's what the people want. Let's bring it back. And he's like, okay, we're gonna bring it back, but not for a week, only for 4 days. I said, bet, let's roll with it. And now you guys have it. So take advantage. Deion Taylor says, okay, who are you? I just started following Jay. Never seen you all. Never seen all. You look and sound very intelligent and trustworthy. Thank you very much, Deion. I really appreciate that. My name is Tosin Oduwale. I started off in the academy in 2013. I ended up getting one-on-one coaching from Jay. So Jay basically taught me everything that I know about the real estate business. Since then, 2015 was the first property that I built from the ground up. It was a 2-family on the South Ward of Newark, New Jersey. A year later, I bought a property in Maplewood, New Jersey that we are in the process of flipping right now. Also, we're working on a 101-unit apartment complex in Chicago in the South Shore neighborhood on South Laughlin Street. It's a $4.1 million deal. And so basically everything that I learned in real estate, I've been able to pick up from Jay and learn from Jay. And he's a really astute businessman. And so that's been able to rub off on me. And as our relationship has grown in friendship and in business, now I'm vice president of business development for the company. And that's why I'm here sharing my knowledge with you all.
Awesome.
So,
I just smile every time you tell your story. It's pretty amazing.
So what questions do we got?
Okay.
Sean Wells says, I'm working on this. I have all 5 of my siblings here learning. We are in Patterson, New Jersey, P-Town, Silk City. Okay.
To be bought here. We are trying to build a shelter in New Jersey.
So for Patterson, so for you guys that don't know, I used to do a lot of investing in Patterson, So Patterson has this thing, like you're either from up the hill, you're from down the hill or whatever. Even I went to a real estate license class that was in Patterson as well. So we have a lot of history in Patterson. We've had a lot of students that have come through the academy that are from Patterson, New Jersey. And so, yeah, Jersey in the house.
Okay, so I want to go back up. So CJ had a quick question. He said, for those without a 680, can they lock a spot in for the 500 until their score is up to par?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. So you can lock your spot in for the 500, and then we'll put you into credit repair, either with us, or if you have your own credit repair company that you want to go to, or if you can do it yourself, either or. And then when your score is up to par, then we just roll you right into the business program and we take it from there.
So for those of you that are just joining, this live chat is all about getting you funding, business credit, business financing We're going to get you funding for your business. It's been discounted 80% from $3,000. It's now $500. Well, $499. It's not even $500. It's $499, and we're going to get you up to $250,000 of business funding. Yeah. So that's what this chat is about. People are asking questions in regards to it, and we're just answering those questions. So it's all about business funding, getting you up to $250,000 business funding for $499. So they have a question for you. It said, why did you build first and not invest in the rental first?
Gotcha. Yeah. So yeah, I'm glad that Tanya asked that. That was actually, and so I'll share this with you guys. Mm-hmm. That was probably the worst mistake I could have ever made as an investor.
Right.
Was choosing to build first, because there was I didn't know anything about building anything. I was just like, yo, I got some money, I'm gonna build a house.
Right.
Know? And so the issues that I went with zoning, with my architect, I had to fire 6 contractors. I literally went through 6 different contractors. I had to fire them all because they were trying to rip me off when they found out I was a newbie and I was a beginner, and I didn't really know what I was doing when it came to building something. And so looking back in hindsight, it would have been much smarter if I just would have bought something that needed some renovations and went that route, as opposed to buying some vacant land and then trying to build something from the ground up. So yeah, that was one of the worst mistakes I ever made in business. I'm glad I made it early on and learned from it. But yeah, I'm glad she asked that question. Rick Hoka something says, do you need an LLC, and how long does your LLC have to be established? Yes, you do need an entity. It doesn't have to be an LLC. It can be an S Corp. It can be a C corporation. You just need an entity. It doesn't need to be established per se. So it can be a new corporation. We do have a certain route that we go through. But yeah, so you can. Alrighty.
He said, is a 700 credit score good enough to establish business funding?
Of course, yeah. If you have a 700, then I would say that we would still want to look at your report and just make sure that you meet all the other criteria, which means like not having any late payments or collections and not having a certain number of inquiries. But if you have a 700, you are in a really, really good space for us being able to move forward with you right now and get you some funding. So yeah, just go ahead and give us a call and we can see what's going on. Ina Medan says, brother, I want to learn how to rehab properties. Which JMA course can I invest in to learn how to? So I would say go to the Wealth Mastery course. The Wealth Mastery course, number 1, covers all the courses that we offer in the academy. The residential courses, where we specifically go over how to rehab properties, the fix and flips, the buy and holds, wholesaling, etc. So that would be a great place to start if that's what you want to do. Now, if you want to do bigger things, maybe you want to do commercial real estate, apartment buildings, then the commercial real estate is what you want to kind of focus on.
Right.
But with the Wealth Mastery course, you get all of them.
Yeah.
So it would be a great thing just to get that bundle, get everything, and then you can kind of pick around and choose what you want to focus on and go hard on. Can you guys ask the ladies some questions? Come on, I feel like y'all thinking on me, man.
Really? No, they not. I had to pay off collections. Is that bad?
Not always. I mean, if you're already in collections, I wouldn't say pay it off. I would say dispute it through a credit repair process. But if you already paid it off, you paid it off. There's no point in crying over spilled milk. So, excuse me, what I'll focus on now is just getting that collection just removed.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you already paid it, you paid it. So we would just get the collection removed from your file.
So NY Supreme says, peace, king and queen. My question is, your team seems mighty confident that you can assist in getting these loans. I love the confidence. Is it real though? And where is Jay?
All right. So what I'll say to that is that for those of you that are familiar with the brand, that are familiar with Jay Morrison, when have we ever lied to you guys? When have we ever tried to finesse you? When have we ever tried to scam you? Jay literally is on a tour through 25 cities, on the street, in the hood, on the corner, teaching real estate and financial literacy tactics, okay? So that right there should speak to his genuineness and the type of genuineness that we have in the company. All right.
Right.
Jay would not allow anybody to be in his organization if they were not as genuine as him. Mm-hmm. So to that question, is it really real? I would ask you, is it that you need maybe to believe more in yourself? Because these things are happening everywhere. The people that you work for, your bosses, are using business credit.
Right.
You feel me? You're surrounded by business credit. You just don't know it because you don't have the education or the awareness to know how to use it. Every one of you guys that has a job that you go to, a 9 to 5, I can guarantee you the owner of your business or your boss is leveraging business credit. So why not you guys be able to take advantage of it and whatever cannot benefit you, so that you can just, benefit from the same things that the top 1% or top 5% of the wealthiest people in the world do. If you want to be wealthy, you have to adopt wealthy habits. And so that's what we're trying to, teach. It took me a while to kind of learn that and get used to it. I used to have bad habits. I was a typical college kid, wanted to party, barely went to class. I thought going to college and getting a degree was going to be the way that I was going to get a high-paying job.
Yeah.
And probably about halfway through my college years or college life, when I started doing real estate, and I started realizing that I'm making more money without this degree than I am what I'm supposed to get after I graduate. And so it kind of just woke me up, and I was like, okay, so a degree doesn't guarantee you. That's it. I think it's muted. All right. So a degree doesn't necessarily guarantee you success. It's more about your hustle, how much you grind, how much you're willing to work.
Right.
Does medical bills affect the process if everything else is fine? So yes and no. It really just depends what the status is of your medical bills. So we would have to check that. I mean, are they late? Are they in default? Or are they on time? So I can't really give you just a one answer brush for that. We really have to see the details of that. So Rick says, once you guys get the funding, do you guys educate us on acquiring our first real estate project? Yes, we can. So there's a number of one-on-one coaching that we do with Jay, with myself, and with the conjunction of me and Jay together. Just depending on what your goals are, we can just walk you through the process of, knowing how to analyze the right deal, knowing where do I spend this money now that I now have it, which is very, very important. Tyler says, if your social security card is needed but is out of your reach, is there an alternative? Yes, you can just go down to the social security office and apply for a new one. It costs I think it's either $5 or $20.
Leslie says, how do you get business credit with a 500 credit score?
You don't get business. You can't. You don't. There's no way. That's why we say you have to get especially if you're starting out. That's why one of our requirements is that you have to have at least a 680.
Yeah.
With a 500 credit score, you're not getting anything. For the simple fact is that a 500 credit score shows a lender that you don't pay your bills. It shows a lender that you default. And so they're not going to give you anything. The only reason why our credit is in a numerical form is so that lenders can have numbers that will help them calculate how good of a risk it will be to give you money. So if she has a 787 FICO score, then I'm thinking, okay, she pays her bills on time, because every time you pay your bill on time, your score goes up. It's points. So the higher score you have, then the more that I know that you actually pay your bills. So I'm most likely going to extend credit to you because you pay.
But that doesn't mean you can't take advantage of this program.
Of course. But just to finish the point, if you have a 500 credit score, then it shows me the other thing. It shows me that you don't pay your bills. It shows me that when people give you money, you don't pay it back. And so that's the only reason why we have the whole score system. And so, but yeah, as she was saying,
I was saying that doesn't mean you can't take advantage of this program, because there's a 6-month window that we give for you that will allow you the ability to fix problems like that, like to fix your credit score, to take off any inquiries that are on there that are more, if you have more than 4. So you definitely could take advantage of the program. and still be able to fix any issues that you're having that doesn't allow you to meet the requirement.
Definitely. And so somebody says, is the mentoring on demand, and is co-credit used, meaning piggybacking? No. So yes and no. So the mentorship is on demand. I mean, when you do engage Jay to coach you one-on-one, you get his private cell phone number, you get his email address. You can reach out to him at will, unlimited. You know, but it has to be about business. Don't just call, hey Jay, man, yeah, I was up, man. Just thought I'd see what you was doing. Like, yeah, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's got to be with purpose.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it definitely is on demand. All right, so with the funding program, once we laid the $500 and get approved, can we hold the money until we are ready to invest? Yes. So if you decide not to spend it or not to do anything with it immediately, then there are no interest charges that come because you're not spending it. So yeah, you can hold on to it and keep it open for until whenever you're ready to make use of it. If your credit score is 680 or above and you still have negative items on your credit report, as far as collections, is it a deal breaker for business credit funding? So it just depends on how many collections and how many late payments. If you have 1 or 2, then we can work with you. But if you have 5 or 6 or 7, then we have to address those late payments. We have to, get you into repair, dispute those things, get those things removed off of your report. Just because a lender is not going to want to see those things on your report. It's going to scare them. It's like, oh, they've got late payments, they've got collections. A collection means you didn't pay somebody. Mm-hmm. So if I see you didn't pay this guy, why am I gonna give you some money? Mm-hmm. You feel me? It's like so yeah. So we would love to get those things removed. So go to jmorrisonacademy.com/credit coaching,
or call 1-844-JOIN-JMA.
Yep. But I'd rather you go to the website because there's a video of me there. I want you guys to watch that. So if y'all can go to that one, check it out. Yeah.
Where do I sign up?
Thanks, Tyler. You can sign up at jmorrisonacademy.com/credit coaching, or just go to jmorrisonacademy.com. You'll click a tab that says credit to cash, and you can get the ball rolling. And we got King Corey answering the phone. So if you do call up, King Corey, the one with the dreads, he is answering the phones. He is manning the phones. Question for Queen. My son is a freshman at Kane University. I went to Kane University. He is 19. How should I get him started in JMA? That's a question for you, Queen.
I would say that he needs to get involved in our Wealth Mastery course. Only because he's starting out. We want him to know all about mastering his credit. We want him to be a young man of integrity to continue to build his character. We want him to definitely learn about real estate, investing. We want him to learn about commercial. We want him to be well-rounded. And the Wealth Mastery course is going to do exactly that for him. Not to mention the weekly coaching calls that he'll get for questions and answers. So definitely he should get involved in our Wealth Mastery program. And if possible, take advantage of credit to cash. If he could, but for sure, Wealth Mastery program is the way for your son to go.
All right. So Aja Rahim says, stop with the drawn out answers, fam, and you can exit.
But I mean, the answers need to be detailed because the people want to know.
Exactly. We have to give people detailed answers that they know what they're getting into. So if it's too much for you, then you can just exit the room, sir. I said, sir. I was very polite.
Yeah. But people want to know. They want to know what they're getting into.
So Iman718 says, a lot of my questions weren't answered by email. How long does it take to get funding? Okay, yeah, we actually have answered that question several times. So like I said, without me being able to look at your credit profile, I can't tell you how long it's going to take you to get funding. I don't know whether you have a 680 or a 480.
Case by case basis.
I don't know if you have a 750 or a 450 or 440. So I have to be able to look at your credit report, your profile, to know what your current situation is, and then I can tell you how long it's going to take you. Leslie Ayer says, where do I sign up? jmorrisonacademy.com/credit coaching. Jamal Jordan says, so basically credit to cash is just counseling on how to acquire funding. It's more than just counseling because we actually do walk you through the process. So yeah, I mean, it could be considered counseling, but we walk you through the process. We show you how to do it. We make sure that you are, number one, in a prime position to get funded. You know, so if it is that your credit is not the best and we have to put you in credit repair, then we help you aggressively attack the negative and derogatory things on your credit report to put you in a situation to where you can actually get funding. So that's a bit more than counseling.
Yeah.
But yeah, it does include counseling. Do you need money down to obtain business funding? With our program, you don't. It's just the $500 to start, and that's it. And we work with you for an entire year.
But we get people funding. We don't just, like, if you follow the steps, we give you the blueprint. You have to follow the steps. And then once you do that, you put the ball back in our court and we could move to the next step. So
since last week, we've gotten 3 people funded. Total, it's in the range of over $150,000 in the last week. And that's just with 3 people. That's just with 3 people. So, I mean, there are results. Testimonial videos are coming soon. There's a gentleman by the name of Jay Sapia who already made his testimonial video. We got him 48 grand. He got into a real estate deal in Baltimore. And we have another gentleman, I forgot the other guy's name, but he sent the testimonial into court
these questions are coming in quick.
It's all right. It's all right, man. We understand. We understand. It's all right.
Loans are all of the above.
So Rich Laurent says, is it funding for your LLC, like a line of credit, business credit, credit cards, loans, or all of the above? It's basically all of the above, just depending on what is more ideal for you. So if you're a business owner, then we may try to go after lines of credit because you're a business owner. Maybe you just need supplies and inventory. If you're trying to use this for real estate, then we may go after credit cards so that you can actually liquidate and get cash. So it really just depends on what your intentions are and what your situation is. And we just try to walk you through the just the least path of resistance that you get to your final objectives.
And then Built for Battle Fitness says, how long do you have to be in it? So it runs for a duration of a full year.
Yep, we work with you for a year, 12 whole months.
Yep, we are committed.
I have a 760 credit score and a Wyoming Corp that is almost 3 years old. Do I qualify for funding? I mean, on paper, it looks like you do, but like I said, you could have a 760 credit score and 18 inquiries. You know, you could have a 760 credit score and, you know, 30 late payments, you know? So it's like, I would have to look more at your actual situation. I mean, sir, do you have less than 4 inquiries and no late payments and no collections? If the answer is yes, then with the 760 credit score, I can guarantee you that we can get you funded.
Right.
Because 760 is a very, very high credit score. So if you have no inquiries, late payments, or collections, yes, we can definitely get you funded.
4 or less.
That's going to be easy, yeah.
And then Mindful says, can I be a part of the program even if I am working overseas?
Yes, but when are you coming back? I mean, you know, do you want to spend the money here? You want to spend it there? I mean, what exactly are you doing?
But yeah, I signed up a couple people just last week. They're in Afghanistan. So if that's what you mean, then the answer is yes.
They're in Afghanistan because they're in the army and they're stationed there. Not that they're like just
living there forever.
Somebody says, how much is the credit repair program? It's $500. Jennifer Blanco says, hold on.
My bad.
Jennifer Blanco says, what is the code to get the $500? It is Encore, ENCORE. Likewise says, what book should I read? You can read Lord of My Land by Jay Morrison. You can read The Solution by Jay Morrison. You can also go on Amazon.com and read my book called The Wisdom to Grow Gold. Those are 3 books you should definitely check out. I was actually giving The Wisdom to Grow Gold. I was giving it away free not too long ago. Iman 70 says, liquidating credit cards is very expensive. Stop it. It depends on how you're liquidating. People need to learn, look, there is no such thing as a one-size-fits-all for anything, all right? How you liquidate determines how much you're going to spend. It depends what merchant service company you're working with. So if you liquidate with us, it's 10%. It's a 10% fee. So let's say we get you approved for $40,000 and you just want to cash out. We'll liquidate for you. We'll take $4 grand. You take $36,000. So there's other companies that, you know, they may have a 23% liquid. It depends on who you're dealing with.
Right.
Not just liquidating is expensive.
So D. Carter I got that wrong. But the question is, the website says 1,000, not 499, but that's because you have to put in the code.
You have to put in the promo code. You haven't been listening. The promo code is Encore. You'll see a small little box that says apply promo code. You click it, you type Encore, then you click apply, and magically it goes to $499. It's magic, like it's magic. Iman says, I need cash, not credit cards. You are not listening. I'm not answering any more of your questions. Because we explained that like 13 times. What's the best way to get a business loan? I mean, the best way, like I said, it depends on what you're trying to do. Because somebody who's trying to open a barbershop, I'm going to give them different advice than somebody who's trying to open like a real estate investment company. So it depends what you're doing.
Yeah, we could show you with one-on-one coaching.
Yep, one-on-one coaching. All right, guys. Hey, we're going to get up out of here. We need to get on these phones. Give us a call. Any questions that you guys have, we're about to go start working these phones again. You guys signed up. It was a pleasure. If you have any questions, you can email me at tosin@jmorrisonacademy.com. Tosin is spelled Tosin. T as in Tom, O as in Oscar, S as in Sam, I as in India, N as in Nancy. There you go.
And you can find me at Safia. It's SAFIYA at jmorrison.com.
All right. Take care, guys.
Peace out.
Oh, end this. Okay, let me do it.
It's like, which mouse?
And they still watching us.